These mini Halloween cheesecake cones are as fun to make as they are to eat. Crunchy sugar cones filled with creamy, no-bake cheesecake, dipped in chocolate and decorated with spooky sprinkles. Perfect for any Halloween party. Let's get started. All right, so we are going to use these today. We're going to take a regular size one and cut it down into a smaller one. Now you can go ahead and use the full size if you want. I just like party treats to be small. That way they can have an assortment of treats at the party. And this is a great kid size as well. So let me show you how to cut this up. So we are going to take, here's the full size one. We take a paper towel, a wet paper towel, or damp, I guess you could say. And we're going to take that and we're just going to roll it all up in there. And then I'm going to go microwave it for 30 seconds. Okay, it is hot. Be careful. Make sure you take a pot holder in there with you. We're going to cut it with our kitchen shears here, just like an inch, half an inch, however small you want it to be. Be quick. And there you have it. Perfectly cut cone. All right, let's move on to decorating. All right, now we are going to fill the inside of our cones. This will prevent the moisture from seeping through and getting a soggy cone. So we're going to create a barrier for that. I used, I used Ghirardelli. That's my favorite. So what we're going to do first is just go ahead, put a spoonful inside, and then you take this spatula and kind of put it in here to move it up to the top and get it covered. That's it. Then we're gonna shake out any extra. Then if you look inside, you can't see it. I can see all the way down. So I'm going to create another barrier for the bottom just by adding just not even a teaspoon down at the bottom and letting it seal up, because most of them are open right there, and let it seal up. So I'm going to put it on my rack here to dry and then do the rest of them. Okay, the chocolate has hardened, and now we're going to move on to our next step, which is to dip it in the orange and then in the sprinkles. So we just kind of go straight down, dip it like that, bring it straight out, and then we go straight down into the sprinkles and then kind of go around and put it in here to harden. Now you notice I have rice. That's my favorite thing to put things in that need to stand up while the candy hardens. So we're just going to shake it a little bit and then straight into here. Roll it around. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Okay, now these go into the refrigerator for about 15 minutes to harden, and then we'll move on to our next step. Okay, those have come out of the refrigerator. They are hardened, and I have my no-bake cheesecake ready to pipe in. I'll have the recipe for you attached to this video. So all you do is you fill up your cones. So I'll take this one out so you can see. You stick the nozzle in as far as you can, push, and then just swirl it around like you would on a cupcake. See that? All right. Let's do the other ones. Okay, I'm going to use some cupcake picks that I had around. You can use all kinds of picks. You can also make your own chocolate toppers by using the silicone molds. But the first thing I want to do is let's get this right here, is add some sprinkles, because you gotta have sprinkles on here. So I'll do that. Let's move this out of the way, bring this down, and let's put in our pumpkins. So let's see, let's stick him right there. And then in front of him, we'll add a little trick or treat. A little trick or treat. See if I can get it upright so you can see that. There you go. Cute, creamy, and just the right amount of spooky. These mini cheesecake cones are the perfect Halloween treat. Make a batch, share them with friends, and watch them disappear. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with more sweet inspiration.